Roc-A-Fella.io.
What's up, to viewers? My name is Pax, and I'm back to react. So if you see in my face, you must be in the right place. Today, we got Dame Dash, one of the three owners of the infamous and iconic Roc-A-Fella Records. Recently, he and Cameron have gone back and forth online, and Cameron has said some things that Dame Dash feels like he can't come back from. He sat down recently with the Art of Dialogue podcast to give his opinion about how he feels about some of the comments that Cameron made. And we're going to go over there and we're going to check out the content. But first, I want to celebrate reaching a milestone 1,000 subscribers and counting. I appreciate y'all very, very, very much. Keep on subscribing. If this is your first time to the channel, please hit the like button. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Share it with somebody else, and feel free to leave as many comments as you would like. Now, with no further ado, we're going to go over here to the Art of Dialogue podcast, and we're going to sit down with Dame Dash himself and see what he's got to say. And of course, I'm going to leave my colorful commentary along the way. So let's get over here and see what's going on.
So here's my thing, Ray. How can you and Cam come to a common ground? Because I mean, at one point, man, y'all was real close, man. And yeah, this is sad, man. I mean, and from what I'm hearing from you, I don't think it's anything that y'all can't overcome. I mean, so
Well, I've always said he just has to have a conversation with me. But now that the thing with my son, I don't know. I think he could send some money over, you know. But other than that, I think he said too much. He got on the radio and said too much. Got on TV and said too much. Talked, with my family and all that, my personal business. He's talked about my girl. He's talked about my children. Like, I'm not all right with that. I don't play those ghetto games.
What y'all think? Get in the chat and let me know. I mean, things do get kind of dicey online. We have a tendency to get our feelings hurt, or let our egos get in the way and have diarrhea at the mouth and say things that we can't come back from because they're recorded and documented online. So do y'all feel Dame Dash on where he's coming from, or do you think it's something they got too much history? We're talking decades. We're talking millions and millions of records. We're talking one of the arguably the biggest record companies of all time that they were a part of, a friendship lasting decades. Do you think that that's something that they should be able to put aside, because it was just words? Or do you guys think that it's sometimes that some things you can say that you can't come back from? Let me know in the chat, man. Let's get back to it.
So, I'm not all right with that. I've already erased him in my memory. He's Fredo to me. It's hard to see him any other way. He's not making it any easier it's like the corniness is like having a snowball effect. It's like when people, I don't know, man. When we like get to a place where I can't call you and tease you, people start doing some real clown shit. Like, I mean, I could get paid to be a clown. That's easy. People would love to see me out of pocket and up underneath and doing what I'm told,
Right.
But
Right.
it's just not me. I just rather, because again, I mean, whoever thinks that being a businessman means you're ever going to have money is dumb. Because if you're a businessman, you always pause, want to grow.
That's a fact. When you're in business, you want to always grow the business to a degree. You want to scale the business. Ultimately, I guess, if you're a businessman, you want to create a business, scale it, to where it's creating a positive cash flow, and then sell it for a profit.
And again, I'll say it, it's so hard to scale a business and then put money into growing it without an injection of money, which means, you know, you got to sell your company, and I don't want to.
Exactly.
So I'm always going to be broke. I've always said it, because the minute I make 10 million, I'm investing probably 15.
Right.
It's, oh, I don't care, but you can't never say I don't got motion. You can't never say I don't look good. Like, I like to see, when's the only time you hear someone got money is when a white man or a company gives a black man a check, which is a big salary, whether they do work or not. Like, it makes no metric sense for someone to get 75 million for a documentary. I'm a businessman. I don't get that.
Preach.
But I guess they gave him the money. So now our culture celebrates it. But when a man scales and doesn't get the money, and if I make 10 million, you're not gonna know. And I'm not gonna consider it making 10 million, because I'm gonna put all of it into growing my business.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna be broke again. So you never heard.
So he makes a good point. What he's saying is that, you know, our culture celebrates when we hear, oh yeah, you know, so and such got $100 million, $200 million. And shout out to them, man. Kudos to them, man. I would love to be in that situation. I would love to cash a check like that. However, you know, we should also celebrate those who have, you know, consistency and longevity. You know, we should celebrate each other's wins no matter how big they are.
Damon ain't got cash flow. You just hear I ain't got no money to look at because I'm always investing it.
Right.
So if you're a drug dealer, if you start with an ounce and you want to get to a brick, every dollar you make is going to go to re-ing up. The money in your pocket that you flashing goes to re-ing up. My man D Shuggy from The Best Out, he used to spend the re-up money. He'd have the money in his pocket, flash it, and gamble that shit. And we'd be like, what the
I got a homeboy named Lee J used to do the same thing. He used to kill me, man. He'll be out there putting it all on the line, man. And by the end of the day, you know, he'll have a big bag of money, be a degenerate gambler. We'll end up at a casino somewhere or something along the way. You know, he got all these perks and everything. You know, they were always constantly, it meant to the point where they were trying to feed me and give me free just to keep him gambling. You know, and he'll just, you know, be going in the bag that I know that, you know, he was out there taking penitentiary chances for and gambling the real money, man. I done seen it happen, man.
Just because there's cash in our pocket doesn't mean it's cash we could use. That shit
Right.
got to go pause the growth.
Right.
So, you know, again, last time we talked, I was on, you know, at my lakeside house or my family's. The other time before that, I was on my ranch.
Right.
I only see all these other lame ass, Fredo ass niggas. You only see them in front of a camera when they're in a box.
That part.
I'm in different locations when you see me, in different buildings that are mine. I don't see any of that.
He probably owned that building.
Of course I don't have no money. I spend it. You see what I spend it on.
Right. We do.
So so my advice to the rest of the world, I'm telling everybody, the business is all bullshit. You're always going to be broke if you're a real businessman and you don't want to be a high-priced employee. You're always going to have to be broke. Just own the buildings that you're doing your business in and make the business your building.
Right.
And just do enough to pay the mortgage or the rent. And that's where you'll win in the long run.
Right.
Because it's funny, all the rappers are still working hard. All the hustlers I know that were backing them and went to jail, they all living better because they invested in real estate. You know what I mean? It's the bricks, because you could always get loans against them to grow. So I would suggest in this moment, just go into a fucked up neighborhood, get something that doesn't cost a lot, flip it, start your business in there. The rent or the expense won't be a lot. You know, pull some money out. You have a renter, which is yourself, which is a different business, and just keep buying them shits.
Are you guys listening to this? Man, y'all talk about $1 million literally worth of game. He just gave it to you right there. I'm telling you. And repeat. Just put that on repeat, man. Listen, this is an OG, double OG, triple OG, telling y'all how to flip it, how to get it for real, for real. Fuck what they talking about. Let them talk about whatever they want to say whatever they want to say. But at the end of the day, this is what it's all about. And he's giving y'all the game.
I wish I would have understood that when I had so much other people's cash flow to with, instead of having to always invest and reinvest my money or my family's. But I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I don't care what anybody says. Like, I was just in Chicago with John Monopoly. He managed, the biggest artist, arguably, of our century, which is
Mm,
Kanye, and he still works just as hard as if Kanye didn't sell a record. We all do. I really don't. I be in the house. I realized that trick a while ago,
right.
and that's why, I was like, I ain't. It's like dangling a carrot in your face, pause, and you chase it. And I'm not that guy. I'm really.
Shout out to Dame Dash, man. This guy, he been around for a long time, many, many moons. He's seen the best of the best, He's partied with the greatest that's out there, It's unfortunate that he and Cameron aren't seeing eye to eye right now, that they're having a war of words, so to speak, online where everybody can hear it, where it's pretty much stamped in time forever. However, I would like to believe that these two gentlemen at their age and as seasoned as they both are would be able to sit down and have a cordial conversation with each other respectfully. I mean, they're a lot stronger together than they are apart. I mean, they've built and been a part of, like I said before, one of the biggest record labels of all time. And Dame Dash was one of three owners, along with Jay-Z and Lance Rivera. So I know that there's a lot of controversy surrounding Dame Dash. I know that there's been a lot of, online trolling going on concerning him recently, but at the end of the day, man, this man has earned his respect, man. So shout out to Dame Dash, man. Shout out to the Art of Dialogue for the content. If you guys aren't familiar with them, go over there now, subscribe to their channel, and see the rest of this interview along with lots of others. They got some really good content over there. And you guys go ahead, like I say, enjoy this video, subscribe to my channel. Thank y'all for coming back. Please keep coming back. Share this with a friend or two or three. My name is Pax, and we just here to keep track of these facts. And until next time, go out, meet a friend, shake a hand, do something inspiring, or be inspired yourself. I'm out of here.